Hey, how you doing? This is Tom from Hybrid Bushcraft. Today I'm going to discuss ways to keep warm in the city. If you're forced to get home from where you are, and sometimes you have no option but to sleep en route. So, of course, the first thing you want to do is find a place as secure as possible. Security is always paramount. Okay, that comes before anything else. You cannot initiate a sleep plan without security in place first. So that's up to you to weigh out, when it's time to go to sleep, when it's not. I wanted to show you something that I always carry with me in my bag. Okay, very lightweight, very moisture water resistant. I'm not going to go as far to say it's waterproof, but very durable, and you really can't beat it, especially for the price. In the city, I believe that this might be more valuable to you than a tarp for sleeping and staying warm, even in the rain. However, it's not as good as a tarp would be for water collection, but that's another issue. That's not really getting home as much as it is longer term being outside. So right now, I'm just gonna concern myself with getting home. So this here is a Tyvek suit. You can pick these up in pretty much anywhere. You get them at Home Depot, Lowe's, any store like that. It's usually used for painting and like that, spraying chemicals. And it costs about, you should get it for between $10 to $15. And I buy the XX Fat Fuck size. And I do that because I'm not gonna be getting undressed, okay? So I am going to be putting this over the clothes that I wear, okay? It has a single zipper down the front, and it is quite durable, okay? So I guess I will just get dressed for you guys. Trust me, it's a hell of a lot better than watching me get undressed. Now you could get different variants of this. I personally do like the hood. The hooded option, for warmth. It's a windbreaker, everything else. I always wear, I got my fucking watch getting caught of all things. All right, there we go. The hood on it will break wind, which I don't recommend doing inside of this. Because what you end up doing is Dutch ovening yourself. But you... Okay, so with the hood, obviously, this is how you use a hood. Not fucking rocket science. But now what you do with this, a lot of times if it's just the wind or water, this is enough. However, there might be times when it's cold. It might be January, February. And just to start, here's the bag that this came in. This will be my first piece of insulation. You start doing what they call scarecrowing, which is where you just grab whatever you could grab, something with more loft. I would stay away from twigs and sharp sticks because that kind of, you don't want that punching through, and it's also not very comfortable when you lay down. However, all over the place. I'm not going to sit here and go through everything, but you guys get the idea. And the more insulation you have, the more loft there is, the warmer that you will be. It's insulation value comes from loft, airspace. Dead airspace that is heated up is what will keep you warm. The other thing here, in an urban environment, now just so you know, I don't believe in bullshitting. This was actually here, right here, when I decided to set up. It was not the determining factor of where I was going to set up the camera, but you got insulation right here, foam insulation. Okay, there are so many things you could do this for insulation. You could just literally shave it down into pieces and use that for insulation to create loft, or somehow you could set that up that it can keep you off the ground. as a barrier between you and the cold concrete or dirt, wherever you decide to lay your head. Hey guys, okay, I just wanted to show you something. I believe in being transparent with you guys, unlike some administrations. But my frustration and impatience when I was putting this on, I was claiming how my watch was caught on it. Well, I kept pulling, and look at what I did. Okay? Now, does that mean this is garbage? No, you could actually sew these very easily. But all it would have taken was a couple of minutes for me to reset. Okay? So, especially in an emergency situation, you might be rushing, you might be, and also fine motor skills in a real emergency diminish greatly. So you should be aware, especially when you're dealing with equipment. Like I said, this is durable. It really is, because I was walking around with this for a while, out here in this concrete and everything all over the floor, the ground, I should say. And look at this. I mean, there is not one puncture on the sole of this thing at all where my boots were. Between this and there's a lot of broken up concrete. I don't know if you guys can see it here. However, I do want to show you that the problem was me. It was not the equipment, okay? So just please be aware of that and know yourself for an emergency. Don't be so quick to just rush unless you have to, of course. Situation will dictate. All right. Okay guys, one of the other options for trying to stay warm in an urban environment, an emergency, is just the standard contractor bag, okay? We've all seen everybody fill these up with leaves and debris and everything else. Same idea, it's a sleeping bag. It can also be a ground cloth, or I should say a vapor barrier from the ground. You can also cut a hole for your head and put it on, and arms for the, cut holes for the sleeves if you wanted to, and use it as a poncho. There's everything, it's limited by your imagination what you can do with it, okay? But we all know these methods, we've seen them before. I'm just reminding you, and I'm not going to fill this up with debris. There's plenty of videos that do that, okay guys? I'm not wasting your time just to, Anyway, I'm done. Dude, I'm done. I said everything I had to say. You hungry? Fuck yeah. I'm just gonna fuck out of here.